Hello, in this video I'll talk about the things that you should avoid at any cost as an online fitness coach because it will set you up for failure. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here's three top things that you should definitely avoid as a coach, and I'll tell you why. So number one is freebies. So why should you avoid freebies? So giving away an ebook, a PDF, or whatever else is a good way to build an email list. You will get high numbers, that is for sure. But the quality of leads you're gonna get is very, very poor. And I'll tell you why. Because basically, let's say if you run an ad for a freebie and you set up as lead generation campaign. What happens is, let's say Facebook optimizes for people who are much more likely to submit their email address. But what it doesn't consider is that those people are not as likely to buy. So I've actually spent well over $5 million on ads on Facebook alone. And what I've found many times, like I kind of tried it again and after a year once again and after a year once again. And we ran ads and we said, okay, let's try lead generation. Like, let's give away something for free. And let's say if it costs us acquire a client for about $40 to $50, just running regular campaigns, it costs us about $180 with a freebie. And I'm not saying you have to run ads and spend this much money. What I'm saying is that you will attract people who are likely to share their details, but they're unlikely to buy. And it's just like the way it is. So you don't really want to focus on that too much. Number two is building an app. So, a lot of coaches, not a lot of coaches, some coaches actually say, oh, I'm going to build an app and I'm going to sell it. And I see businesses doing millions with apps that cost $10 a month. Well, there's a difference between a fitness coach and a business who sells apps, because I've actually run one of those businesses and it's a bit different, because unless you have a team of developers who can actually work on the things, you have customer support and you have hundreds of thousands, and I'm not kidding you, if you have hundreds of thousands of dollars to spend on ads every single month, you're not gonna do anything with it. Because there's just so much competition, and you're competing with companies that have a lot of money. And not only that, you're gonna have so much overhead, and you'll have to deal with people that are really annoying to work with. And what I mean by that, the clientele that you're going to have is going to be extremely annoying. So it's always like this: the person that pays you $50,000 and the person who pays you $500, the $500 will be very, very annoying. Oh, you have to tell me what you're doing. They're going to track every step. But the person who pays you $50,000, they're going to be like, yeah, just send me an invoice and a summary at the end of the month what was done. That's it. And I've dealt with this for the last 5 years, because I've worked with both kind of sides. And people who pay very little money, they complain all the time. So you don't want to attract these kind of people. You want to focus on the high ticket paying clients. Otherwise, it's just going to be a nightmare. So avoid building an app at any cost. And you will see some ads, hey, you can build this app and I'm making tens of thousands from my app. Well, yeah, no. And creating a video course. So another thing is, you can create a low ticket $50. And I see all these ads all the time. Oh, I'm selling a $40 stretching course and so on and so forth. Again, you're going to deal with people who buy for a very low amount, and then they're gonna ask for refunds. Another thing you'll have to deal as you do with apps and video courses is you're gonna have to deal with chargebacks. So you'll get a lot of chargebacks. I mean a lot. So then payment processing is going to become another issue that you have to deal with, which is another game in itself. So if you don't want to deal with these kind of things, focus on being a really good online fitness coach. So identify your target audience, and I've made a video about that, how to identify the target audience. Identify your target audience, create content, run $10, $15 ads, just to kind of bring more followers and engage with those followers, actually, start a conversation. And, this way, try to understand them, talk to them directly, become an authority, become an expert, just like a doctor. You have a generic doctor and you have a doctor that specializes in one thing. So you're much more likely to want to go to the doctor who specializes in one thing and pay more. So become that solution, become that problem solver, and you will be able, instead of charging $40 for a month, you will be charging $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for a 3-month course. And I've seen people do that, and I see people do that on a daily basis. So yeah, these are the top 3 things. Don't do freebies, don't build an app, and don't create a video course for like $40. If you found this useful, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you need help building your online coaching business, especially with lead generation, then schedule a call and I'll see if I can help.